time on this so that you really appreciate what I'm trying to convey. And when you come to do the morning report to me, not necessarily you have to, but when you come to do it, you can appreciate what I'm intending with each practice. You could get more out of that, right? So that is what I hope to do in this half an hour to 45 minutes, maybe. So before I start, anybody has any questions, anything that you would suggest for me to improvise the practice so that you are really getting the benefit of it? Because this morning routine is more like an integrated approach to modern life through yoga. So, where ancient wisdom meets contemporary needs. That's the idea, right? Hopefully, that makes sense to you. And that makes sense to me because we are about proactive wellness. What do you mean by proactive wellness? Is we are going to be proactive about being well, not just allowing our illnesses to come to the fore and then we go and seek the medical care, which is okay. But with all the knowledge that we have, either from the modern scientific medicine or from the ancient wisdom of living well practices, we could be really throwing out a lot of our energy, lot of our money, lot of our time, and also suffer unnecessarily. So my thing is, how can I make it such a way that living itself is kind of good for us, and that living itself can really instill a lot of joy and energy in us. That means working. That means going and facing challenges. That means really thriving, not just surviving. How can we do that? Okay, that's why I kind of envision this. So after trying to really work with people who are stressed out, who are burned out, I kind of came up with we need to get a program which gives us preparation of our bodies, our minds, our hearts to work. So, is there a reason why people are needed? Yeah, because people just get out of the bed and then allow their mind to go wherever it wants, and then they go and work probably out of compulsion or out of necessity rather than willingness to contribute. Okay, so when you switch that gear into something like a giving to life, something like with a well optimized body and mind and the heart, I think we'll have a good day. We will face challenges, but then we allow ourselves to be more resilient from inside and outside so that we can handle these duties of ours or the things that we like to do or activities that we like to do much better. Right, Peter? So I thought this morning routine is I am pleased with the response on several channels, and I'm really happy that some people are looking for it. And I'm more than happy to come every day because I love it myself. I kind of make my body ready, my mind ready, my heart ready each morning by doing this, right? So, actually, Peter, we should do a room and see what is working, what's not working. But then listen to this optimizing morning practice. I know Peter does it, I think, most of the time as the time permits him. And then he did tell me that it was helping him. So, for people like Peter, Janet, and many of the other friends who are doing it and who are getting benefit, I want to optimize this practice by really relating to you what was my intention, why did I do this, what is that I'm doing now to optimize it. Okay, so as I described it, this morning routine is like an integrated approach to modern life through yoga. Okay, where ancient wisdom of living with yoga meeting our contemporary needs of stress and burnout and lack of energy, lack of focus, and also not really opening up our heart as much as we could. rather than constrict our heart to our selfish needs and all that. All those things are integrated in this morning routine. So hopefully you will bear with me and go through this presentation and really observe what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's look at that. You see why we are refining this morning routine, morning practice is this isn't about adding complexity or intensity what we already do. Instead, it's an invitation to simplify and deepen our understanding of the practice we have been cultivating together. Say, I'm very happy that people are joining me in the morning and I was able to contribute to their lives. Okay. See, nothing fundamental is changing. See, we are simply becoming more conscious of what we have been doing all along. That's what we're going to do here now. Each element of our morning routine has always contained some wisdom. Okay, sometimes it's a profound wisdom. Now we are naming it, honoring it, and allowing that awareness of that understanding to enrich our experience further. So, what you are doing at maybe you are spending some minutes, some energy, some attention, you will get 100 times back what you're putting in there. You are investing your time. You are really making your an effort to listen to me and do it, and you are actually doing it, right? So think of this as a polishing a gem. That's always been beautiful, but revealing facets that were there from the beginning, I just want to shine them. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Okay, so people who are really doing it, they know the different things that we do, and then you'll have meaning now present to you. So first of all, this morning routine is not just exercise. It is exercise included, but it's not just exercise. This is not only movement. While we stretch and strengthen, we are doing something far more than physical fitness. That's for sure, right? So it's not only breathing, but through breath, the breath is central. It's not simply an oxygenation technique. That's central, okay? It's not only calmness. Yes, we find peace, but there is a byproduct. That's a byproduct, not the ultimate goal. So our morning routine practice transcends any single category, physical, breathing, or calmness, or anything like that. Okay. It's easy to reduce yoga to its components of flexibility, breath control, stress relief. But when we do that, we miss the wholeness that makes this practice transformative. Okay, so what we are really engaged in is a complete system for human well-being. That's a tall claim, but that is true. That is not me. It is the yogis that devised so many ways of that. So there is nothing egoic investment here. It's just a proper transmission of that wisdom, and people, whoever wants to take it or whoever want to use it, they can use it, or whoever don't want it, that's up to you. So there is nothing like a cult or religious or anything. It's about being smart, about being proactively well. Okay, so that's why I thought I will. So what I use a term called integrated yoga is kind of incorporated into this. Okay, yoga in its truer sense is integration of your inner self to the universal self, the bringing together of all aspects of being into a harmonious whole. All aspects of our body, mind, breath, heart, and also our knowledge about our place in the universe, all that. Okay, this is and also it's not about memorizing the Sanskrit terms of mastering complex postures. That's not it at all. It's about recognizing that you're already complete. I will repeat that again. It is about recognizing that you are already complete. Okay? That is what you want to understand. Okay? Now, our morning practice addresses the human being in totality: body, breath, mind, emotion, and spirit. Each element supports the others. When the body releases the tension, the breath deepens naturally. When the breath stabilizes, the mind settles. When the mind quiets, awareness expands. This integration is designed specifically for modern life, for people with responsibilities, relationships, and real world challenges. Right? It's not about escaping life, but engaging with it more skillfully. If you can engage with it more skillfully, you are there. Okay, so that is the intention of that. Okay, so it's not about escaping, it's not about putting things aside. Okay, as you understand this better, then you will see what I'm talking about. Okay, it's not about moving away our life, it's about meeting it with more skill that we learn. Okay, and we cultivate every day. See, actually, five types of different yogas are integrated in the morning routine. Number one is Hatha Yoga, Hatha Yoga. Hatha, okay, moon and sun, the combination of both words, that is the Hatha. Hatha Yoga is about our physical body. It's about preparing the body through gentle movement and releasing tension. Okay, stretching and movement. And the second one is devotional yoga, that is cultivating a reverence for life. We don't know the God, we don't know the physical. No, what we know is the life is so vast, and so life force is such a fantastic force that we is bigger than us, individual self. Everybody has life, but the life itself is bigger than us. So cultivating the reverence for life through conscious breathing. Okay, that is the second yoga. And third yoga is Raja Yoga, that is training attention by staying present and observing the thoughts. This is the essence of the yoga, and the king of yoga, that is the Raja Yoga, controlling the mind and getting into the awareness. And the third is that Raja Yoga. So we have so far body yoga and devotional yoga and Raja Yoga. Okay. And the fourth one is what we do, karma yoga, taking practice into daily life through conscious action without expecting anything in return, just giving it. That is karma yoga, whatever we do, right? And then finally, the most important is the gnana yoga. It's a knowledge yoga. That means knowledge that the divinity is within us and the wholeness is within us, getting that knowledge and taking away the wheel of ignorance from our minds, from our being, that is Gnana Yoga. So these five paths: body yoga, devotional yoga, mind yoga, and then action yoga, and also knowledge yoga. These five are incorporated into this. They are not separate really, okay? But you need to master them individually. They are already woven into what we do each morning. Understanding them simply help us to appreciate the completeness of our routine. And then doing it. How many people are doing it very effortlessly? But understanding this way adds more meaning, more know how, why these things are working, why I'm more focused, why I am more relaxed, why I'm enjoying myself, why I'm giving more to the life. All these things are evident to you because thousands of years of lived experiences woven into these yogas, and I'm trying to bring it very practical solution for us. I hope I'm succeeding. I hope people are getting better with this. But understanding more will really give you much more control over that. Okay. So five yogas in one morning we are doing them. So now we will go and look at them, how they really incorporate in that. Okay. See, lot of people don't understand all these terms, but that's okay. So first of all, what you do, why the body's role in hatha yoga, that's important for us, because we want the body to be more cooperative when we go to work. A not well body giving lot of signals can disturb you with your concentration of what you are doing in life. Even you are enjoying your relationship or talking to somebody, enjoying their company and all that, you don't want the aches and pains in your body interfere with that. So the body's primary role in this practice is simple: to stop disturbing the mind. That's it. Okay. So when we are stiff, uncomfortable, or restless, the body demands attention and pulls us away from the deeper states. So through gentle movement, we are not trying to become gymnasts, but we are releasing accumulated tension, improving circulation, and creating enough ease that the body can be forgotten while you are engaged with the life in the best possible way. That is, it is well and comfortable. It is, otherwise it will send you signals, right? So that's what we want to really understand. So the importance of here is gentle movement, that slow, mindful stretches that wake the body without any stress, right? And releasing tension, identifying and softening areas of holding and resistance, right? And also creating cooperation, the body becomes a supportive foundation, not a distortion. Okay, that's the essence of that slow stretching that we do. Okay, I hope that makes sense to you guys. And as you do this, we'll go to deep breathe is the second thing that we want. But the breathing has a lot more significance to me than just air coming in, oxygen going in. It is called prana. Prana means life force. Life force is coming through you, into you, and giving you the life. Just because of that, the life force is beyond you, it's bigger than you. That is like a godlike reverence to that life. That is bhakti yoga. So when you take the deep breath, it's more like devotion in yoga doesn't require belief in any deity. It's about respecting and honoring the life force that animates us, breath itself. So when we breathe consciously, we acknowledge that we are participating in something larger than ourselves. Each inhalation is a gift. Each exhalation is a release. This simple awareness transforms breathing from an automatic function into a sacred act. You belong to whatever religion you have any faith, none of it is related. It's only life force coming into, give life to all beings. Conscious breathing with awareness, respecting the life force within, and gratitude in every emotion. And that's why this becomes so a big deal. And then you also have reverence when you do this action yoga, karma yoga, but in taking practice into life. The true test of morning practice is how we show up for the rest of the day. You are preparing, but how you show up is the true test. Karma is about conscious action. So you are responding to the demands of life rather than reacting with emotional upset. No, serving the moment rather than serving our ego. That's the main thing. You are not serving your ego, but you are serving the moment as it presents to you. So we practice releasing attachment to outcomes. That is what we do in the morning. We do what needs to be done with full attention and care. Then let go of the demanding specific results. That's all we want to do. We want to bend certain way, and the body allows you to bend only what it can be possible for it. And you do that, and you don't say, "Oh, I have to have this particular posture to be perfect, like other person doing." No. So this freedom in action, when you are doing it, you are responding, not reacting to challenges emotionally, and you are serving each moment fully, serving each moment fully, and then release attachment to outcomes. That you practice in the morning with your stretches, with your attention keeping at the movement. All those are the challenges, but you are responding to them by the movement. Okay, that is what you want to understand. Okay, so we have covered, three yoga so far: body, breath, and also the action. Okay, these three are done, and then we're going to go to the next one, which is the king of yoga, Raja Yoga. Okay, what is the Raja Yoga? That is training attention. Raja Yoga is called the royal path because it works directly with the mind. But we're not trying to control or suppress thoughts. That's exhausting and ultimately impossible. Instead, we are training attention. We notice when the mind wanders and gently bring awareness back to the breath, maybe as the center. That's okay. Thoughts can arise. That's what minds do. That's their job. But we don't have to follow every thought down its rabbit hole. Once again, I repeat that we don't have to follow every thought down its rabbit hole. We can observe with friendly curiosity rather than fighting the thoughts. So, staying present with what is, that we practice, observing thoughts without judgment, we practice in the morning, and cultivating friendly awareness of our thoughts. That is the Raja Yoga for on the mind, that you are trying to bring it back to the attention's present. Okay. The last one is, then we do the exercise of who am I? I'm the conscious being. I'm the witness consciousness. Then you are relating to the universal consciousness reflecting through you. That is, recognize that wholeness is Jnana Yoga or knowledge yoga. This is the epitome of yoga wisdom and recognition. At a certain point in practice, effort naturally drops away. You are not trying to achieve anything or become someone different. You simply rest as awareness itself. This isn't a state you have to create or maintain. It is what remains when you stop struggling. You recognize that you are always whole, always complete. Nothing was ever missing. Effort naturally subsides. Awareness simply remains you are already complete. That's the one you want to recognize, not create, not become, not grow into, none of that. You are already that and you're recognizing that. Okay? That's how we end up our practice. Hopefully, this is all evident to you when you are doing it. See, what we are really doing each morning is aligning our three B's: body, breath, and brain. Thereby, we are creating a coherence between physical, respiratory, and mental systems, right? And then we are cultivating awareness and alignment, developing present moment consciousness and inner harmony, right? And then opening the heart to serve life, expanding your capacity for compassion, connection, and conscious action. We are feeling for other people, we are connecting with other people, and we are doing conscious action to help. This synthesis unifies all five yogas into one seamless practice. Okay? So, when you understand that your morning routine addresses body preparation, devotional breath, mental training, conscious action, and recognition of wholeness all at once, the practice feels both simpler and more profound. Okay? You are, you are doing five different things. No, you are not doing five different things. You are engaging in one integrated practice that honors every dimension of your humanity. Think about that. You are honoring every dimension of your humanity. So that's what we are doing in the morning routine. Don't underestimate it, but don't have to go there. Just practice naturally, whatever comes to you. But I'm trying to explain to you how it can be really important. So let us begin each morning not to perform, but to return to balance. Our morning practice isn't performance to perfect or a goal to achieve. It is a gentle return to presence, to breath, to the natural balance that's always available when we stop striving, stressing, all that. Okay. Move with gentleness, breath with respect, rest as awareness, and everything else will unfold naturally from this foundation. The journey begins right where you are right now. Welcome home. So that is my presentation on this morning practice for those good people who are doing that with me. So anybody has any? What do you say about that, Peter? Peter does this often, so he must be relating with this, provided he's available and he's listening. My regulars are not there, some of them, but okay, I will repeat this again and again in the probably during the morning practice in the morning, maybe a shorter version, but explain to them the deeper significance I give and how they could also understand and put it in practice for themselves. Okay. Anybody has any questions or comments? You can come up and tell me about it, and I'll be happy to answer to you before I close. My intention is to optimize this morning routine practice and give more meaning to that with people. Okay, so you can understand what I'm coming from, why I'm doing what I'm doing, why that is so invigorating to me when I do that. So I'm not just doing it, I'm sharing it actually. I'm doing it at the same time I'm sharing it. Whether one person is there or 100 people are there, it is the same for me because I am doing it, and then I kind of get the benefits right away. Because of this um, understanding of this, if you take any particular yoga, you can go to any depth that you want, or you can be simple like this. Suppose you take body practice of hatha yoga, that practice can really demand on your mind, on your heart to be here and now, and all those things will grow into you. But once you understand the whole yoga, what is the ultimate aim? What is that joining of the individual consciousness from the individual consciousness? It makes so much difference. And also, what is that stillness of mind that they're talking about? And what is that intelligence in the body that repairs itself? All those things, if you understand, you live a better wellness life. That's basically it. But so doing this is like a practice of doing proactively wellness practices of deep breath, keeping the mind here and now, not reacting, observing the thoughts, and also understanding that we are far more than just our body and mind. We are more spiritual beings. And establishing ourselves in that being, you come and work, you come and do whatever you want to do, and that becomes very significant. You don't have to, inflate your ego, but you will understand this is far more than just surviving or just existing or just living, right? Hopefully, that all makes sense to you. So nobody has any comment or any question or comment? The more you come and tell me whether you are doing this or not, when you are doing in this spirit or not, when you are getting the results or not, that would really help us to improve this further as we go along. Or if you're just sleeping, thinking something and doing this, that's also up to you. You want to get the most out of anything that you do. So, uh, anybody who can discover the problems in their mind, in their body, in their awareness, all those things will be corrected just because you are doing this every day. But if you understand what is the intended benefit, what is the way is supposed to be done, and with what understanding you want to do it, I think you will be better off in any circumstance of life. And you approach it, like I said, it's not about really being fearful, afraid, and not able to do things and all. No, it's about awakening that intelligence within us that can cope up with any situation of life with equanimity, with intelligence, with awareness. Okay, see how powerful you will be in your being rather than in your fearful ego or anxious ego or depressed ego, none of it. So this is why they sprouted from the suffering I see with all the people needing burnout coaching, all the people going through the burnout, going through the stress. I'm not exaggerating. Really, lot are going. Many doctors are going through burnout. Many doctors are unhappy after all the training, all the things that they achieved in life. And they are like weaklings, in front of the challenges of the modern medical practice. Too much information, too many people cooking the food, too much interference. But the actual suffering is not going down, rather, it is getting chronic with the chronic illnesses, mental illnesses, disorder, no joy in work, no joy in really taking care of people, right? So, all that is reversed when you adopt this ancient wisdom and apply that. Just listening like a story doesn't matter, but understanding it, examining it, and making it your own is important. Okay, that's why I'm inviting you to come and participate in these discussions. But for some reason, you guys are all reluctant to come and discuss these things. Is it not understandable, or is it not something that you think is important, or is it something that doesn't apply to you? What is it? But I don't want to see people stressed out and burned out coming to go back again. I want people to have this right understanding, the right knowledge, and then apply that in their as a human being, not as a particular faith or particular religion, but more like a human being who is working out there, who is kind of treated very badly, and then they react to that badly, and then they create their own problems within themselves by not understanding how their mind is reacting, how that is causing all the illness within themselves. I think I'm right about that, though. We kind of feel bad and then allow all these stress hormones to go through us, and that causes damage to our metabolic health, cellular health, right? You want me to talk to scientific terms? I will give you the scientific terms. So it's a question of understanding that, and then doing
I have some scientific data.
it.
Say, Doc. Yeah. So I'm going to talk about the scientific data from the laboratory of my life.
Yeah, yeah,
How this practice has changed my life.
yeah.
And I make it at least three days a week minimum.
Mm,
I can make it every day I do.
mm,
But boy, does it make a difference in how I set the intention for the day. Does it make a difference in how I'm able to just move throughout the day? Now I work from home, I have a standing desk, all that's good.
Very good.
But as I know that when I have this practice in the morning, it prepares the real me, not just my body. It feels good in my body, but my mind is clearer.
I'll send the check to you, Peter. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying, no, I will check the check to you because you came and praising this program. I'm just kidding,
Yeah.
People don't think that I'm driving you to say these things,
No,
Uh,
no.
uh,
My body gets paid the dividends of doing
yeah.
that, and I love that
Mm,
you do it. And here, I don't need a gym membership to do this. I
yes,
don't need to buy weights or go
exactly.
to a special place.
Yeah,
The only
exactly.
thing I need is the thing I'm listening to you on right now,
Yeah.
and I can choose to tune into sometimes Facebook, or sometimes I know you have a Zoom room.
Mm,
I know you were doing it on Instagram for a while there.
yeah.
But I know the routine so well now that I just need to listen to you and follow.
Yeah.
And I can do that seated a lot of times,
Yeah.
and it's really great.
Yeah. See, once you understand the principles, once you get the routines, you can get into it by yourself. But it's okay. We are all doing together. Sometimes I'm motivated because my friends are going to wait for me. Even one or two, I know for sure Janet wants to come on as much as well. Peter wants to come on if he wants. So there are some people that are there. Even nobody, for these two, I will come and do. I'm motivated, kind of. I feel responsible because they are looking for me to do this. So that is enough for me. I will come and do it. But depending on where I am, what I'm doing, I may do only on the phone, or I mean, like this morning, I was in a position where I could not open the video, so I just did it on the phone itself. But I did it with you guys, so that is a sincerity about it. But understanding the depth I'm talking about this is much better. Okay, you are not signing into any religion. You don't have to be Hindu. You don't have to be Christian. Nothing. There's no mention of that. It's only a human being.
It's not about that.
Yeah, it's our bodies, our minds, how they react. It's about our own inner capacities that we can flower them.
Yeah, yeah.
But you have to understand, where did this come from? Is this from Dr. Rao's mind? Is it from the centuries of living experience?
The latter.
Yeah.
The latter.
So that is where I am also a student of this.
I know you are. Yeah.
And I learn all the time. Learn about my body's capacities, my body's limitations, and what is else I can do about that. So then you can incorporate that in that particular atmosphere and there.
Yeah.
So it's a question of community responsibility also. What is that we are doing for the common good of everybody? So we practice this, then we can now tell our kids, hey, do this, this is good for you. Or we tell the community schools and say, let's understand this morning routine, stretch your body, breathe deeply, and keep your mind here. Simple like that. And also open your heart and give something from your heart to the world.
And it helps me realize that I am not my body, but it's a tool that I use. Right?
Yes.
And I can honor it by moving in the morning and going through the routine, and I can be more present with it. So it's really helpful.
Exactly. You see, you remember that now that symbolism I showed you with a chariot. The chariot has a body, and chariot also has a horses driving it, and the reins, and the driver, and also the person who wants to go wherever he wants to go in the chariot. Right? The passenger gets in, but the driver has to really control the horses correctly, otherwise they go all over. And they has to have a sturdy chariot, otherwise it will break down. So that's the same thing with our body is I told you right in the beginning. The intention is let the body don't have any discomfort that will disturb our mind. Where we are going, what we are doing, don't do that. So that's why body has to be healthy. Now, we are doing so many things to make the body cry out. Every day, yeah, I'm stiff. Oh, I am not having any flexibility. Oh, I'm having these aches and pains here. Oh, I have this particular thing reflecting so much of disease. You can bring your balance to wellness by understanding those cries of help and providing the help. It's not about making the body go to rot. No, they were making the hatha yoga, making the asanas. First of all, yogis in the very beginning, what they did was They were walking, they were moving, and they were sitting on the hard floors. They were sleeping on the floor. So they were making the body go through a lot of resistance and physical discomfort. So the body kind of grows out of that by developing the capacity to sit on the hard surface, to sleep on the hard surface, to walk. And all those things are very good for the cardiovascular system and also your tone of the muscles. See, that is first what they are doing. So, how we evolved into a civilization of comfort to the degree where the comfort is causing disturbances in our physiology. And that causes physiology in our psyche. That causes problems between interaction. So all these things are, kind of integrated. So you cannot be just physically well and really sculpted body, but really having a mind going all over and doesn't resist any temptations, get into some kind of comfort, even wanting to have just morphine and sit. So some people, patients used to come. All they need was come, tell about some chronic pain, and take some morphine shot and sleep. So that is very difficult to tell them we are not going to relieve your pain, but at the same time, if you don't get so much medication good for you, they don't accept that because they have already drawn into a weakness that took them so much deep. It all started with just comfort. How many young women that are corporate women that are working that have a lot of stresses in the work and they don't know how to deal with it, they go home and they take a glass of wine. One glass leads to two, two leads to four, and then they are alcoholics. Millions of women are there in this country. Is that good for them? No. Is that good for their relationships? No. Is that good for their health in the long run? No. But so many companies are promoting this. So many people are promoting this. And then every day evening, how do you relax? You go to the bar and take a drink. That is a civilizational deterioration, I call it, not upliftment of civilization, civilizational deterioration. So, what we are trying to do is be civilized, have drinks, but not the drinks that give you sedation. Maybe a soda, maybe a fruit juice, maybe something like that is good. That is for the wellness aspect of it, right? Anyway, morning routine, I wanted to refine it so that people get the significance of what is this practice about, why it will work if you really understand and do that according to the intended benefits of this practice. You don't have to become somebody else than you are. You just have to understand what your body is like, what is your mind like, what is your heart like, what is your role to the world, what is your relationship with other people and the world. And if you bring all that into morning and then take it to the work, it's highly unlikely that you will be stressed, you will be burned out. You will be able to regain that inner resilience to handle the challenges of life better. Okay? So, anyway, on the Mumbai, many people come, but very few people really come and participate. That's a very disappointing to me. I want to relate to more of this to you. I want to really make a difference. You know, if you have any questions or comments or any suggestions, don't hesitate to DM me. I'll be happy to read them. I do read them. I respond to them, all of them. So don't hesitate. Don't think that is disturbing me. None of it. I will only do when it is convenient for me, but I will do them for sure. And I invite you guys, go and invite other people to come and practice this and get the benefit of it. Okay? Thank you.